I just want you to know the Hornets, Bobcats are balling right now. They're getting better. You just want to get better, Shaq. They've been awful for a long time. The Hornets are going to be in the play-in.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
What the Hornets are pulling off right now seriously has everyone scratching their heads. In January, this team, yes, the same Hornets people wrote off early, has somehow turned into the best squad in the entire NBA by net rating, sitting at a wild plus 12.7. That's higher than even heavy hitters like the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Detroit Pistons, teams everyone's been hyping up all season. The crazy part? Charlotte's rocking the #1 offense and a top 5 defense, yet their record doesn't even show how dangerous they've become. They're sitting 11th in the East with a 20-28 record, which looks average on paper, but the numbers tell a whole different story. This isn't the same old Hornets team that's been stuck in rebuild mode forever. Something real is happening here. When the season tipped off, it looked rough from the jump.
What a great start to your rookie season. Oh my gosh, the numbers I was just saying is the craziest. That's the craziest thing that ever happened.
And Brandon Miller.
My teammates, of course, trusting and believing in me, just putting that confidence into me. And I feel like that goes a long way in this season. So just keep playing with the pass and trusting each other. Be great.
Injuries hit early, the lineup kept shifting, and LaMelo Ball just couldn't find his rhythm. Nothing clicked. Through the end of December, Charlotte sat at 22nd in the league in net rating, which matched how chaotic they looked on the court. Offensively, they were okay, ranking 14th, but the defense was falling apart, sitting at 25th with a brutal 119.1 defensive rating. By New Year's, the Hornets were 11-22, and it felt like deja vu. Same story, different season. A team full of flashes, but no consistency. But then, out of nowhere, things shifted. Even during that slump, you could sense something brewing. Their first-round pick, Khan Cppel, came in fearless, fast, aggressive, and confident on both ends. LaMelo Ball started healing up and getting his swagger back, while Brandon Miller found his rhythm once he started getting steady minutes. And when those three finally shared the court, boom, everything clicked. The ball zipped around faster, the defense locked in, and suddenly the Hornets looked alive again. They started playing with heart, energy, and chemistry that just wasn't there before. It's like the entire squad woke up and decided they're done being overlooked. It's like someone flipped a switch and suddenly Charlotte isn't just competing, they're contending. For the first time in what feels like forever, this squad looks like they're actually building something real. Then January hit, and what's going down with the Hornets right now? Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. Not the analysts, not the fans, not a single person thought the Charlotte Hornets would be out here playing like one of the best teams in the entire NBA. The numbers are straight up wild. They're sitting at the top of the league in net rating, owning the #1 offense at 121.4, and flying all the way up to 5th in defense at 108.7. That's not just improvement, that's a full-on transformation. Going from bottom 5 to top 5 in just a few weeks, that's the kind of glow-up you rarely see in pro basketball. And get this, they're not just padding their stats against weak squads either. The Hornets are out here dominating playoff-caliber teams and making it look easy. They straight up smoked the Oklahoma City Thunder by 27 points in OKC. Then they rolled into LA and took down the Lakers by 18 like it was nothing. But they didn't stop there. Nah, they went on the road and grabbed 2 more gritty wins against the Denver Nuggets and the Orlando Magic before completely destroying the Philadelphia 76ers by 37 points. And just when people thought it was a fluke, they backed it up again. Another strong win by 15 in their most recent game. These aren't lucky nights or hot streaks, these are statement games. The Hornets are out here announcing to the entire league that they're not the same team anymore. They're coming for respect, and they're doing it loud. The Hornets are putting the entire league on notice. They're for real now, and nobody better take them lightly anymore. The real fire behind this wild run is the young guns, Khan Cppel and his crew lighting it up every night. Sure, LaMelo Ball is still the biggest name in Charlotte, but right now, Cppel and Brandon Miller are quickly becoming the true backbone of this squad. Their energy, their chemistry, their pure confidence, they're the heartbeat of this entire turnaround. Let's start with Cppel. He was drafted 4th overall in the last draft, and honestly, barely anyone was talking about him back then. In college, he played alongside Cooper Flagg and spent most of his time stuck in Flagg's shadow. Fans didn't really get to see the full picture of what Cppel could do when he was the guy. But now that he's in the NBA, he's finally got that freedom. And wow, he's proving Charlotte made the right call. His poise is unreal, his court vision is sharp, and his scoring touch, smooth and deadly. Every game, he's showing more of what makes him special. It's crystal clear now, Khan Cppel isn't just another rookie, he's turning into a game changer right before everyone's eyes. Now that he's finally getting the minutes and the spotlight, the results have been insane. Cppel has completely burst onto the scene, sitting firmly at #1 on the Rookie of the Year ladder, even ahead of Cooper Flagg, the guy everyone assumed would run away with that title. That's a serious statement right there. Cppel's averaging 18.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game, numbers that scream future star. But what's even crazier is how he's doing it. He's efficient, he's composed, and he already plays with the maturity of a veteran who understands the rhythm and flow of the NBA game. And those historical comparisons people are throwing around now, yeah, they're no joke. Khan Cppel just made history. He tied Luka Doncic as one of the 2 fastest players ever to reach 200 field goals, 100 three-pointers, and 100 free throws. That's an elite milestone, putting him in a club with names that define greatness. And get this, Cppel's made threes this season ranked 3rd in the entire league, sitting right behind Steph Curry and Donovan Mitchell. For a rookie to even be mentioned next to those guys, that's absolutely mind-blowing. But it's not shocking people isn't just how much he's scoring, it's how he's doing it. This man is flirting with the legendary 50-40-90 line, shooting 50% from the field, 40% from deep, and 90% from the line. If he actually finishes the season like that, he'll be the first rookie in NBA history to ever do it. Think about that. Not Michael Jordan, not LeBron James, not Kevin Durant. Nobody's ever hit that mark before. That's how special this run is. And it's not just about the shooting. His whole game is looking crazy complete. Khan Cppel isn't just out there knocking down shots. He's dissecting defenses, attacking the rim, finding open teammates, and showing a level of patience you almost never see from first-year players. Charlotte didn't just draft a scorer. They found their offensive cornerstone. He's the kind of player that forces defenses to change their entire strategy because the moment you relax, he makes you pay. If you give him space, he's hitting that 3 right in your face. Chase him too hard, and boom, he's cutting backdoor or setting up a teammate for an easy bucket. Every single move he makes demands attention, and usually around this time of the season, rookies start to fade. They hit that dreaded rookie wall. But not Cppel. The Hornets have already played 48 games, more than he ever played in his whole season at Duke, and somehow he's looking sharper than ever. His rhythm, his confidence, and his conditioning just keep leveling up. It's like he's only getting stronger as the season goes on, and the league better start paying attention. This kid is different. What's really blowing everyone away is that Khan Cppel isn't just a shooter, he's got so much more to his game. He's showing off slick creativity off the dribble, making smart reads, and flashing serious defensive instincts. It's becoming clear that Khan Cppel isn't just having a good rookie season, he's having a historic one that could totally change what people expect from a first-year player. At 6'6", with smooth handles, strong balance, and that advanced feel for the game, he looks like he's been doing this for years. Cppel doesn't just hang out on the perimeter waiting for open looks. Nah, he's creating offense with patience and purpose. He loves that mid-range spot, especially around the free throw line, and he's been money from there. Every time he steps into that shot, you can see the confidence. It's smooth, it's controlled, and it's automatic. The footwork, clean. The timing, precise. And that release, compact and confident, like he knows it's going in before the ball even leaves his hand. But what's surprising a lot of people is how active he's been on the glass. He's not afraid to mix it up with the bigs, crashing in for rebounds and fighting for position. You'll see him boxing out taller players and giving Charlotte those clutch second-chance possessions on offense, while also helping shut down plays on defense. That kind of hustle and awareness, especially from a rookie known for his shooting, is rare, and it's making a huge difference in how the Charlotte control the tempo of games. And let's talk about that defense. He's improving fast. He might not be an elite stopper yet, but he's fully bought into the team's defensive mindset. He plays with non-stop energy, battles through screens, and stays locked in on his man. Even when he gets beat, he doesn't just give up. He keeps hustling until the play's over. That kind of effort says everything about who Khan Cppel is, a player who's not just trying to look good on offense, but one who's determined to do whatever it takes to help his team win. The Hornets might have just found their next big star, and the way he's evolving already, it's giving Charlotte fans a reason to believe something special is happening.
Every winning squad needs players who bring that steady, relentless consistency, the ones who never take a possession off and always give full effort. And right now, Charlotte's got that kind of energy running through the team. Then there's Brandon Miller, who's finally showing everyone the full range of his talent. And man, it's been worth the wait. I've been high on Miller for a while, even before this season kicked off. The biggest question around him was always about staying healthy. Last year, he only got to play 27 games, and fans never really got to see what he was capable of when he was fully locked in. But this season, totally different story. He's been on the floor, healthy enough to find his rhythm, and the results have been crazy impressive. He's already played 31 games, blowing past last season's total, and even with that shoulder still taped up and healing, he hasn't slowed down one bit. Miller's been putting up 20.5 points per game on 56.8% true shooting, plus adding a steal and a block every night. But what really jumps out right now is his confidence. He's not hesitating anymore. He's comfortable taking tough shots, pulling up off the dribble, or letting it fly on the move. And his shooting from deep, straight dangerous. He's launching almost 8 threes a game and hitting them at a 37.6% clip. When Miller catches fire, defenses flat out panic. Because at 6'7", with that smooth, high release, there's just no stopping his jumper. You can see that Paul George influence all over his game. The fluid shooting form, the balance on both ends, the way he creates space so effortlessly. And defensively, the numbers speak loud. His rim differential sits at -10%, ranking in the 91st percentile across the league. That means when Miller's defending near the basket, opponents shoot 10% worse than they usually do. That's elite territory for a young forward. He's using his length, his timing, and those natural instincts to make real impact plays on both ends of the court. Between Khan Cppel's calm all-around maturity and Brandon Miller's fast-growing two-way dominance, Charlotte suddenly has a duo that looks like the future core of something special. These two are young, confident, and clearly learning how to win together, and that's completely changing the vibe around this Hornets team. When you take a step back and look at the full picture, Miller's defensive growth might just be one of the most slept-on storylines of the entire Hornets season. It's clear. Charlotte isn't just building hope anymore, they're building a real foundation for the future. Opponents are shooting 3.1% worse from the field whenever Brandon Miller's the primary defender. That puts him in the 83rd percentile across the entire NBA. That's not some small bump in performance. That's real defensive upside, especially for a player who came into the league with all the hype focused on his offense. He's proving he's not just a scorer anymore. He's evolving into a complete two-way player. And the wildest part? He's still got so much room to grow. With his length, quickness, and killer instincts, Miller's got the tools to become a legit defensive stopper in this league. That kind of growth is exactly what Charlotte's been hoping for. If the Hornets plan to build around a backcourt featuring LaMelo Ball and Khan Cppel, two offensive juggernauts who aren't exactly known for lockdown defense, then Miller's rise as a versatile wing defender could be the glue that keeps this whole system balanced. He's already showing flashes of that connector role, the guy who guards multiple positions, rotates on time, and keeps everything flowing smoothly on both ends. And speaking of balance, Miller's role on offense keeps growing. He's not just blending in anymore, he's leading. Not only is he one of Charlotte's top defenders this year, but he's also their leading scorer. If there's one area where he still needs to level up, it's getting to the rim more often. At 6'7", with a smooth handle and elite body control, he should be attacking downhill way more. Right now, he's averaging just 3.8 free throw attempts per game. It's decent, but for a guy with his skill set, he could easily be getting 6 or 7 a night. And that's the next big jump for him. Because when you look at Charlotte's offense, that's the one piece they're missing. LaMelo Ball isn't really a paint attacker. He's more of a crafty playmaker and perimeter shot creator.
Cppel, for all his brilliance, thrives as a shooter and floor spacer, not as a slasher. That means it's Miller who's got to be the one putting real pressure on the rim. If he spends this offseason adding a bit more strength and tightening that explosive first step, he could easily bump that free throw rate up. And when that happens, watch out. That's the difference between being a solid 20-point scorer and becoming a 25-plus points per game star. Combine that with his smooth shooting stroke, and you've got the makings of one of the most dangerous offensive wings in the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, LaMelo Ball is having a quieter kind of breakout, but it's a mature one. He's playing smarter, calmer, and more team-focused basketball than ever before. This season, he's averaging 19 points per game on 53.8 true shooting, but he's doing it on fewer shots and better efficiency. He's trusting his teammates more, picking his spots carefully, and putting playmaking first instead of forcing things like he used to. You can see his growth in how he reads the floor, how patient he's become running the offense, and how much he's letting Cppel and Miller shine without trying to steal the spotlight. LaMelo's evolution might not grab the same headlines as the rookie's explosion, but it's the kind of change that makes championship chemistry possible. Charlotte's core is finally syncing up. 3 young players growing in different ways, but all pushing this team towards something real. Every single trip down the floor, LaMelo Ball's passing still looks elite. He's dishing out 7.6 assists per game, but it's not just the numbers, it's the way his presence completely shifts the flow of the game. The stats prove it too. When LaMelo's off the floor, the Hornets' offensive rating sinks to 112.1, landing in the 25th percentile across the league. But when he's on, that number rockets up to 122.3, putting them in the 91st percentile. That's a massive difference. It shows LaMelo is still the offensive heartbeat of this squad. He's also in the 95th percentile for time spent controlling the ball, holding possession for nearly 41% of his minutes on the court. So yeah, the team's depth is improving, but make no mistake, LaMelo Ball is still the main engine driving everything. But here's what's really different this year. It's not just the stats, it's his mindset. LaMelo looks locked in. Sure, every now and then he'll pull off a wild shot or a flashy no-look pass that make fans go, "What was that?" But overall, his decision-making has leveled up big time. Around the team, the message has been crystal clear this season. Focus on the little things. And you can see it. LaMelo's competing harder on defense, hustling for loose balls, and taking pride in effort plays. No, he's probably never going to be a lockdown defender, but his engagement on that end of the court has jumped through the roof. And honestly, that might matter more than people realize. When your best player shows real effort on defense, it changes everything. The whole team feeds off that energy. We've seen this story play out before. Just look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in OKC. When your star sets the tone by working hard on both ends, the rest of the squad follows. And that's exactly what's happening in Charlotte right now. The Hornets are finally building a real culture, one centered on teamwork, accountability, and all-out hustle. Between LaMelo's leadership, Brandon Miller's two-way rise, and Khan Cppel's all-around polish, Charlotte's starting to look like the kind of team the league can't ignore anymore. They're young, hungry, and they're buying in. And LaMelo's leading by example, not just with highlights, but with heart. He's out there diving on the floor for loose balls, taking hits, chasing down rebounds, doing every little thing that doesn't always show up in the box score. When your star player, the face of your franchise, puts his body on the line for the team, when he's doing the dirty work he doesn't have to do, that sets the tone in a major way. That's not just growth, that's leadership. And it's exactly why the Hornets suddenly look like a squad that's figuring out who they are and what they can become. That kind of fire from LaMelo Ball makes every other guy on the roster want to fight just as hard. And that's exactly what's happening in Charlotte right now. There's a real sense of connection between these players. You can see it in their body language, the way they huddle up after every play, and how they respond when things start going sideways during games. Instead of folding under pressure or losing focus like they used to, this team digs deep and battles back. It's a whole new attitude. And what's even more impressive is how LaMelo has managed to evolve without losing that signature flair that made him one of the most electric players in the league. He's still got that flashy creativity, the wild passes, the crafty handles, the unpredictable energy. but now it's blended with discipline and leadership. He's reading the game smarter than ever, making sharper decisions and holding his teammates accountable, all while keeping the vibes fun and light. This isn't a watered-down version of LaMelo, it's just a more focused, more mature one. He's locked in, he's driven, and the whole squad feeds off that energy every single night. And a massive part of this transformation traces back to head coach Charles Lee. Since stepping in, he's completely shifted the tone of this entire organization. Lee's not just calling plays, he's building a culture. He's preaching accountability, focus, and consistency every day. His resume speaks volumes. He spent time with the Milwaukee Bucks during their prime competitive years and later served as the lead assistant for the Boston Celtics during their 2024 championship run. That kind of championship DNA matters. You can see traces of that winning mentality all over this Hornets roster. Just like those Celtics squads, Charlotte's offense now runs on smart spacing and three-point firepower. They're ranking third in the entire NBA in three-point attempts, launching around 41 per game and hitting them at a 37.1% clip, which ranks 6th best in the league. That's no fluke. This offense is efficient and explosive. That shooting spreads the floor wide open. It gives LaMelo the room to attack, and it gives snipers like Khan Cppel and Brandon Miller the green light to let it fly with full confidence. It's fast, it's modern, and it's clicking. The crazy thing? Even with how dominant they've looked in January, the results haven't fully caught up yet. You can just feel that this team is still leveling up, that they've only scratched the surface of what they can become. Charlotte's not just playing good basketball, they're changing their identity right in front of everyone's eyes. Charlotte's record might not fully show it yet, but you can feel what's happening. The momentum is real. The ball movement, the trust, the chemistry, it's all coming together right in front of us. The Hornets don't look like a rebuilding squad anymore. They look like a team that's finally figuring out how to win together. This stretch feels like the first real sign that Charlotte basketball might be turning the corner for good. Even though their January record doesn't scream elite, the numbers tell a whole different story. Charlotte's win differential ranks 12th in the entire NBA at plus 1.5, which basically means they should have won about 3.5 more games this month than they actually did. That's the mark of a team that's competing at a high level. They're right there, but still learning how to close out games. And when you look closer, it's obvious where those missed wins slipped away. They dropped a heartbreaker at the buzzer to Toronto, then lost 2 more tough ones to Indiana and Milwaukee, both right after their huge statement win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. After that, they hit a short rough patch, an 8-point loss to the Los Angeles Clippers, a 20-point stumble against the Golden State Warriors, and then a tight 7-point defeat to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Outside of that Warriors game, though, they were right there in every single matchup. Those close losses, the ones that come down to just a few possessions, are exactly the difference between being 9-3 and where they are now. And that's what defines the next big step for this young Charlotte squad: clutch time execution. They've already proven they can go toe-to-toe with anyone. Now it's about finishing the job. That's the jump from being a fun young team to becoming a serious playoff threat. And with the trade deadline creeping up, of course the rumor mill's heating up around Charlotte. Word is the front office might be looking to tweak the roster, mostly talk around upgrading the big man spot. Names like Miles Bridges and Colin Sexton have been floating around in trade conversations, and fans are buzzing about whether the Hornets will make a move to keep the momentum rolling. But honestly, it just doesn't feel like the right time for a major shakeup. This team's finally finding its rhythm, the chemistry's clicking, the core's growing together fast, and sometimes that kind of organic improvement is worth more than any quick-fix trade. You don't want to mess with that energy too early. With the kind of growth we've seen from LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, and Khan Cppel in just a few months, Charlotte's internal development might be their biggest weapon right now. Each of them is stepping into their role perfectly. LaMelo leading with poise and control, Miller dominating on both ends, and Cppel bringing that steady confidence every night. This isn't luck, this is progress. The Hornets are learning how to close, how to trust, and how to fight through adversity together. And if they keep trending like this, that rebuilding label is about to be gone for good. Charlotte's not just growing, they're evolving. Honestly, the smartest move for Charlotte right now might be no move at all. Just let this group ride it out. Keep building chemistry, keep finding their rhythm, and see what they really have by season end. As it stands, the Hornets are sitting 11th in the Eastern Conference, with Basketball Reference giving them a 7.9% chance to make the playoffs. That's not a huge number, sure, but it's far from impossible. Realistically, their best path is through the play-in tournament, where they'd probably have to take down a battle-tested team like the Miami Heat just to reach the first round. But with how they've been playing lately, can you really count them out? Not a chance. If this new version of the Hornets keeps trending upward, you can feel that something bigger is brewing here. We've seen this story before. Teams like the Pistons, Spurs, and Thunder all went through this same kind of phase. The on-court performance starts improving before the standings catch up. Year 1 is the spark, year 2 is when the wins jump, and by year 3, that's when things start to really matter. If Charlotte stays the course, keeps developing solid habits, tightens up in those close games, and keeps buying into the culture that Coach Charles Lee is building, they could absolutely follow that same path. You can see it happening. The chemistry's growing, the young talent is producing, and their identity is finally taking shape. With continued growth from Khan Cppel and Brandon Miller, plus a locked-in version of LaMelo Ball leading the charge, this Hornets team feels like it's standing right on the edge of something real. They're not just fighting to sneak into the play-in, they're quietly laying the foundation for the next great chapter of Charlotte basketball. So what do you think? Are we actually witnessing the start of something special in Charlotte? Do you believe this Hornets squad can keep building and maybe even make a surprise playoff push? Or are they still one major move away from being taken seriously as true contenders? I really want to hear your take. Drop a comment down below and tell me what you think about this story. Your thoughts seriously matter, and I'm grateful for every single one of you who's been rocking with the channel and watching these deep dives. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with someone who lives and breathes hoops, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more raw, detailed NBA deep dives just like this. And hey, if you're still curious about what's next for other rising squads around the league, don't go anywhere. Check out the next video on the channel. We've got plenty more stories that'll keep you locked in.